Hey everyone, it's Enigma Hood. I haven't been on in a while. Sorry about that, I've been busy with finals and things like that. Also, I'm working on some larger projects, but they're going to take some time to do. But in the meantime, I wanted to make a video about a bunch of animal rights private messages that I've been getting, and I wanted to read some of them to you, because they're very important and have really great information. The first one is from a user named Bohi32. She writes, or I have to, Bohi32, I think she's a female. Let me double check that. Account is closed. What the fuck? This account is closed. Well, Bohi32, well, I don't know what happened to her. I'm assuming she's female, but her account is closed. But she sent me this excellent PM on April 4th. It's April 22nd. I promised to talk about it, but I didn't get around to it until now, so, you know, better late than never. I wish she was still around, though. But anyway, here's what she wrote. Hi there. I watched your vid on animal testing, and will watch it again later, since I got carried away reading the comments. I have a big job I need to do right now. But I wanted to get this good information to you ASAP to use in your future arguments, if you like. It can all be verified on the web, and my source was the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. 92% of drugs tested safe and effective in animals fail during human trials, and over half of the approved 8% are soon withdrawn or relabeled due to severe side effects. U.S. FDA stats. Example 1. 2000 to 2004. The anti-inflammatory Vioxx caused about 320,000 serious heart problems and 140,000 deaths worldwide, yet was not only safe but protective against heart problems in several different animal studies. Example 2. Proving animal testing is unscientific and fraudulent, and that people are always going to be the guinea pigs. In March 2006, in London, 6 drug trial participants testing the anti-inflammatory monoclonal antibody TGN-1412 suffered multiple organ failure, nearly died, and may all have permanent immune system damage just after one dose. Studies in mice, rats, rabbits, and monkeys showed the drug to be safe and effective, with the human deaths attributed to previously unknown biological effects on humans that did not arise in any of the animal testing phases. TGN-1412 had produced an inflammatory cascade of killer T-cell activity in humans, while in animals it had produced an anti-inflammatory suppressor T-cell response in all tested species. At 500 times doses, even primates were safe from the effects of the drug. Every new drug and procedure is tested on humans. 1997 to 2000. Baycol, a cholesterol-lowering drug, was extensively tested in 5 animal species. Then when the human experiments began, over 100 people were killed due to fatal muscle destruction before the study was halted. Rats, it turned out, were 200 times more resistant than humans were to Baycol's deadly effects. There are more examples, and you can get all kinds of info at pcrm.org. What did all that animal testing tell them about what would happen in humans? Nothing. But the researchers got paid for abusing and killing the animals as always. Personally, I keep drugs to a bare minimum, only for temporary use and when absolutely necessary. I try to stay healthy to avoid chemical medical intervention. Animal testing needs to be eliminated, not replaced. I have a book of drugs for dogs, and several of them warn that people or cats are not to be given the drug because they are damaging or deadly for them. But not for dogs. That can all be learned through careful clinical research on the intended species. Animals in cages in labs should be an abhorrent thing of the past. I hope the above info is helpful to you. Peace to you and yours. And this excellent PM was written by Bohi32, who I guess does not exist on YouTube anymore. But thank you, Bohi32, for this great PM. It had lots of great information. Previously, in my other animal testing video, I did admit that if animal testing is useful, and we get a useful product out of it, then the scientific information is not to be thrown away, but that it should be utilized. However, the methods to achieve those goals are unacceptable. With Bohi32, the point that she's making is that apparently the methods that we use to obtain useful scientific information are invalid. So that's something to consider. That's an excellent point made by Bohi32, that animal testing does not model a human's response to a particular drug. Okay. So I got some more PMs. Let me take a look. This one, let's see, this one's from hateanimalabuse, another user on YouTube. And as you can tell from her screen name, she hates animal abuse just as much as I do. Let's see. Now, she talks about the situation in Greece. And this, you know, I was not even aware of the horrible animal rights situation that's going on in Greece. So she has lots of really good information. Let me read this one PM to you right now. It is absolutely horrific in Greece, and the next 2 or 3 years are going to be really bad when the mayors and hotel owners do a final cleanup of the streets before the next lot of unsuspecting tourists arrive for the summer season. They don't just use poison, which is bad enough, but also fola, which is crushed glass hidden in meat or fish. Now, apparently, there is some kind of animal pest problem in Greece, and she's talking about that pest problem. A bad in Kos still hasn't been brought in for questioning 12 months after 9 dogs were found hanging in a tree. It is now known as the hanging tree in Cardamena, and everyone knows who it is, including the corrupt mayor. It is about the only thing I got some sort of feedback from. A very nice Greek guy who I met on YouTube asked me to write to the newspaper in Kos and remind them, as he didn't want it forgotten, and they actually printed my email. Not that I will actually achieve anything. I never knew this went on until I went on holiday with my daughter last October. First holiday in 12 years was a nightmare, as we were all feeding those pretty young cats, only to be told that they would be destined for poisoning in another week or so after we left. I have shed many tears in the last 6 months, and I am involved with www.greekanimalrescue.com. now, and she sends me the most horrible pictures, and I try to make video slideshows, but I'm not very good at it. But at least it gets across to people what is going on. Turkey is just as bad, and they want to join the European Union. Anyway, I must stop ranting. Bye for now, Elaine. So, animal infestation problem, pest problem in Greece, or at least perceived pest problem, and hate animal abuse is shedding some light on the horrible animal rights situation going on in Greece right now. And apparently, during the, I believe it was the 2004 Olympics, which took place in Greece, they had to exterminate many stray animals in order to present a likable, clean image for the Olympics. And that meant the deaths of many stray animals. Okay, so I got just one more PM here from xEndlessAutumnx, and she sent me a bunch of links regarding animal testing alternatives. I'm not going to read them here. I'll post them up on the more info section, at least as many as I can, and I suggest everyone check them out. Whatever kind of information that we can derive from animal testing, there are alternatives, and these alternatives should be used, and we should endorse them and support them. So I suggest everyone check out these links, and thank you to xEndlessAutumnx, thank you to Hate Animal Abuse, and thank you to Bohi32 for your PMs. They were great. Bohi32, she's not on YouTube anymore, but thank you just the same. And if anyone else has any really good information, or just wants to send me a PM regarding anything at all, feel free to do so. I get PMs from people all the time, and I try to respond to all of them as much as I can, and the others I might make a video about if they're very long. Okay, thank you.